welcome back to my channel, Best Practice Gaming. My name is Rob, and today I'm in the Yukon Salmon Peak map, and I'm getting all of the upgrades for this area. I'm starting out with the Tuz here, and then I positioned trucks in other parts of the map to get the upgrades, so let's get going. This shouldn't be a hard drive, this should actually be relatively easy. This area back here is like swamp and trees, so that's the only difficult part about it. Let's take a look at the map here, because I don't want to get lost. Go ahead and mark the map. And as usual, I'm driving in low high gear to have better control of the vehicle so they don't flip over. I don't anticipate this drive here being very difficult. Sorry, I'm losing my words. It's been a long day. I pulled an all-nighter last night, and then I only got like 2 hours of sleep today. And that's because for the days I was gone, I was actually doing the DMV wars, or just waiting in line at the DMV. I managed to get my CLP, that's the Commercial Learner's Permit, so that's actually really nice. They threw the air brake test in on top of that. I wasn't quite prepared for that. I was only there for the CLP, but they do them both at the same time, so you can't get your CLP or your air brakes or your passenger endorsement separately. So that's just something I've learned about here. Looks like there's another twin steer out here that's stuck out in the muck, so we'll have to rescue that later. So what I did last night is I pulled an all-nighter, just going through the air brake portion and the passenger portion of it. And it was kind of a long slog because I was taking notes along the way, and that makes everything twice as long for me. And by the time I was finished, from like 9 p.m. in the evening yesterday, I'm gonna go ahead and get myself out of this, to 12 p.m. Today, the DMV was closed, so I couldn't go there because it's a Saturday, so the DMV is open from 8 to 12. So I'll have to go next week on Saturday to actually get the rest of the endorsements. So that will be pretty easy. That just gives me a week of study. The air brakes and the passenger endorsements are actually really short compared to the general knowledge. That's because next week I'm starting a new job in technology here. So I plan on setting up a career path that's actually easy for me, not actually doing anything that's kind of out of my realm or something I really struggle with. I tried to do that for a little while and it just didn't really work out. So I'll be working on that starting next week. But I'm still going to be putting out videos regularly. You know, I thought this truck wouldn't have any trouble, but it's definitely going kind of slow. Looks like I've nearly submerged the Tuz here, or the Warthog. That's actually kind of cool. I haven't done that before. Alright, let's see what we got. Ooh, multi-purpose. Let's see what this is for. Tatra, Collab. That dairy special I haven't found yet, or seen yet, but I do have a dairy longhorn waiting to be used in the next video. Alright, that's pretty cool. Let's go over to the next upgrade. We'll do this one here. This upgrade is just up the road here, and I've got the Chevrolet 1500K, or Chevy 15K, CK 1500. Man, it was actually kind of tough on the CLP test because I knew all the technical questions and the technical information, But for a lot of these DMV questions, they tend to ask a lot of social engineering questions that are just somewhat backwards and confusing. But I managed to get through it and pass it, so that was great. So on my second time, I passed it, so I was really excited about that. And as a treat for myself, I got myself 2 non-sugar cupcakes, so that was really great. I had a Fresca and a 3-cheese type cupcake that was actually pretty good. It's called a Tres Lecheadores, which is a cake, but the bakery near me turned it into a cupcake, so I thought that was pretty smart. They also took empanadas and made breakfast empanadas too, so I thought that was pretty cool. Sorry, not breakfast empanadas, bakery empanadas with like caramel in them and like apple and stuff like that. It was actually really good. When I say breakfast empanadas, I'm talking about the kind you get at breakfast with like cheese, egg, sausage, stuff like that. So that was my mistake. So all in all, I took a lot of W's last week. And then next week is probably going to be super packed because I'll be catching the bus to my new location of work. So I have to leave at 4:30 in the morning. Probably around 4:45 because I want to catch the bus on time. One of the things that I really struggle with here in this area is, like, even though the buses run the same lines, some of the buses only service some of the stops on that line, and then other buses service some of the stops on that line. So I've been using the GPS. I have been using the GPS to figure out which buses go where and do what, which is much more accurate than the actual bus website itself. I do not want to tip the vehicle. I'll try to nose it right for the center here and see what happens. Okay. Looks like I've kind of got no choice but to go up the rock face. Alright, I made it. I should be pretty close to the upgrade by now. Let me have a look here. Oh, I've actually passed it, so I gotta go up and around. Okay. It's actually up there on that rock face. Yeah, I never lived in an area quite like this. I wonder if, like, something as rugged as this exists. Probably. Because I've been to Alaska several times, and you kind of see terrain like this everywhere. That's northern Alaska, by the way. It's northern Alaska where I've seen that. Alright, let's see what we got here. Active for the Collab 74760. A truck I do not own yet. Alright, that's pretty good. Let's take a look at the Con 39 Marshall. go ahead and mark it on the map here. Yeah, having big mud tires is nice. It definitely works in the deep snow, but it doesn't work on the icy roads, so that's kind of a drawback to it. Of course, I do plan on growing the channel, and growing my social media presence, but now's not really the time to do that. For now, I'm just putting out videos on YouTube of SnowRunner. In the future, there's definitely a plan to grow the channel, get editors, get like one of those, possibly one of those managers for the channel, but definitely now's not the time to do that because I've got too much going on in real life. Most of the driving I try to do in the game, actually, some of it comes right out of the CDL book or the commercial vehicle book, just from reading the book. I try to apply some of those lessons in the book to the game, and that's kind of how I don't tip the trucks. So I kind of like that. And then, of course, one of the things I do notice is that like snow, ice, and rain do take up like 20% of your gas tank just fighting through it. So that's actually, I've noticed that in the game, so I thought that was interesting. I mean, just look how fast the wheels are spinning here, and look how deep the snow is. Alright, let's have a look at this last upgrade here. Active for the ANK MK38. It's probably both a military vehicle and a civilian one. Well, that's it for this video. If you guys like what you're saying, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and hit the bell notification icon for more videos coming out. And again, my name is Rob with Best Practice Gaming, and in the link below, the description below, I do have links to help the channel. Those are GoFundMe links. Have a great day to everybody.